Ricardo, you're muted.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. My excuses. I was just saying that we are going to go to the posters. If you can make your posters in 3 minutes, it will be ideal. So we are going back to science for one poster, Richard Smuts, who will be talking about the photometry of Pluto. And later on, we will be talking about telescopes. Observing with the Faulkes Telescope Project facilities and Europlanet telescopes in your living room by Federica Duras. So I'm going to stop sharing, and Richard, if you are ready.
Okay, I'm ready. Now,
Perfect.
Did you want me to display the poster, or can you just see it in the?
Yeah, if you can display the poster, it's. I think it's okay.
I will try. Now, I think I need to hit share screen. Do I put the poster on first or the share screen first?
If you have it in a PDF or in a PowerPoint, you can just press the share screen and it will open a button. Oh. It will open a menu in which you can select which window you want to share.
Okay.
Which application.
Okay. All I've got is 4 little windows here, but don't have my computer. It's on my desktop. Yeah, that's not any good there. I'm gonna need some help here, I think. Okay, let's see. Don't want that. If I can mute, if I can reduce this. Oops, let's see. All right, now.
All posters are on the website of the conference.
Yeah.
Probably Ricardo also could go and share.
I'm trying to locate it.
Everyone see it? Is that on now? Can you all see the poster?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Basically, I wanted to do this review, and part of the reason why is I saw the email. I said
it's a little bit small. If you can just make it a little bit
bigger.
Bigger.
If I can do the view.
You have a slider in the bottom right side of the window, or yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Okay. So. Well, I think I want to focus on this map here. This is a map of Pluto, and basically my question is, maybe one of you can answer me: is this a true albedo map, or have they stretched the contrast? Now, basically, we have pretty good data. Brightness data of Pluto going back to 1933. And, but unfortunately, not too much has been done in the last 18 or 19 years. We had a good study done back in 2003 by Barati. We did have a small amount of measurements done in 2019, but this is the question. Pluto has changed in brightness. The question is, what's causing the brightness change? And there's 2 thoughts here. One of them is the geometry of Pluto is changing. You know, for example, I've got this coffee cup here. Right now it's sort of red, a little dark, but now you can see what do you think would happen to the brightness there as I change it? As it goes to white, it would be brighter, right? And so that's one train of thought. Pluto's brightness is changing because of the viewing geometry. The other possibility is something really exciting, and that is Pluto's atmosphere is either freezing out or, you know, getting bigger. Now, of course, one train of thought is the atmosphere grew back in the 1970s and 1980s because Pluto was approaching its closest point to the sun. And then after 1989, temperature started dropping and Pluto's atmosphere is condensing. So there's 2 trains of thought here. Pluto's brightness is either changing because of viewing geometry or because of the atmosphere freezing up. And it would be a really good idea if, you know, if we can do a photometric study just in the Johnson V filter, maybe the blue filter of Pluto. Now, there's one small concern I have, and that is Pluto's at a declination of roughly 20 degrees south. So, you know, I'm thinking Pictomede, for example, is probably 45 degrees north. So Pluto will attain an altitude, maximum altitude somewhere around 25 degrees. So, but still, I think that good data can be obtained on Pluto. And I really would like to see another photometric study done in, say, 2022. And that proposal, I wish I would have seen the last talk, but I had lab, can help us answer that question. So that's about all I wanted to say. And I will slide over the, right here, I've got the brightness in both the blue filter and the V filter. And you can see there's been like a 30 or 40% brightness change over the last 90 years, going from 1933 up to almost 2020 here. And of course, in the blue filter, there's been a big change too. So thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to ask them.
Thank you, Richard. I guess that I have an obvious question, and is what is the size of the telescope that you would need to start getting some data good enough to address this as an amateur?
Okay, well, my feeling is part of it is, part of the equation too is the camera. But I would say, I mean, a half a meter would be probably more than enough, perhaps even 30 or 40 centimeters, but for sure, I think a half a meter would be very good. And again, that depends on the camera sensitivity, signal noise ratio of the camera, but I'm pretty sure that would be good, particularly for the Johnson V filter, the green. A half a meter would work.
Okay, thank you. Any quick question from the audience or not? Because it's better to move on, and we have another poster by Anna Hourihane about observing with the Faulkes Telescope Project facilities. Anna, are you there?
Hi, Ricardo.
Hi.
I'm here.
How
Hi,
are you?
everyone.
Richard, if you can stop sharing the screen so that we can get back to the.
I'm trying to get.
Yeah, that's perfect.
No, do I hit share screen again, or are we good?
No, that's perfect. Now it's Anna's turn.
I will.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yes, there it is.
Yeah. So I'd like to draw your attention to the Faulkes Telescope Project facilities as one of the facilities in the Europlanet Telescope Network. So I have a few slides for my poster to basically promote our facilities and to show you what facilities are available and how you can use them for your observations. So the Faulkes Telescope Project has a focus on education, and it provides access to the LCO global network of robotic telescopes. So this includes two 2-meter Faulkes telescopes, north and south, and then a range of 1 meter and 0.4 meter telescopes located around the globe. And the telescopes have 2 observing modes. So the mode most relevant for Europlanet Telescope Network applicants will be the Q-scheduled mode. So this will be where you set up your observations in the portal for automatic scheduling, and then they will be scheduled within the selected time window. And we also have the real-time interface mode, which is very suitable for educational projects such as observing from the classroom. So if you do have an educational project, you can get access to the RTI mode for free. And note that for moving objects, the Q system allows tracking of comets and asteroids, so you can track at non-sidereal rate. A point to be aware of is that an altitude of around 25 degrees is approximately the minimum due to physical constraints on the telescope housings. So some of the suitable targets for the different aperture sizes include extended or moving objects in the smaller apertures, so the 0.4 and 1 meter, and also for deep exoplanet transits of bright stars and comets with long tails in the 0.4 meter, and then 2 meter for the faint targets. So the facilities are not as suitable for solar system planet imaging, but because the exposure times are not short enough, but you could look at maybe some of the outer planets. So if you do have anything in mind for those, do get in touch with us. And then the Faulkes Telescope North has simultaneous multi-filter capabilities, and then there's CCD imaging on the other telescopes and also a spectrograph. And note that because the Faulkes time on the LCOGT network is for education, the data becomes immediately available in the archive after the observations. And that's both raw and reduced data. So then, education being very important to us, we do encourage you to link to an educational project if you have anything in mind, and you can always talk to us about what programs we have going, and if you would like to contribute in any way to what we already have running. For example, you could develop an educational resource based on your observations, and if you have any ideas, do get in touch about that. So recently we had, there was a paper came out by Hizai et al. And this was a comet monitoring project using FTP facilities. So they used our 2-meter and 1-meter facilities. And you can see here some observations being taken from the classroom with the real-time observing mode. And that was a fun project for students to get involved in and contribute to real science and get credited on the paper as well. So finally, here's a flowchart of the basic process for applying, which you've just heard about in the last talk of the session. So first you would email us to inquire about technical feasibility, and it could help to include the position of the target, its magnitude, what type of exposures you're looking to take, exposure time and duration, and then the requested aperture and details of any educational project that you might have in mind. So then if we approve the technical feasibility and it seems like it would work well in our facilities, we advise you to go ahead and submit your proposal.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I think that we are running out of time.
Okay, sorry.
It's already clear here, and I think the poster is very well organized, so people can look at it on the website. I've seen the Faulkes Telescope Network website, and it's really very well organized. So there are lots of possibilities here, but we'll have to move on.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Federica, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
I will try to share my screen, yes.
Yes, so if Anna can stop sharing the screen, and then we go to the last poster.
Okay, let's try. Can you see it?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, so I'm so sorry, I'm having troubles with my cam all day, so I'm not able to show. So if you see my screen, you can see my poster. So first of all, thanks for giving me some time today. I'm Federica Dures from the Italian National Institute for Astrophysics. So I'm here today just to talk briefly about the collaboration between the INAF and the Europlanet Telescope Network. So the core of my poster is Il cielo in salotto, which is in Italian, of course, and in English is The Sky in Your Living Room. So it's a series of live events organized by EduINAF, which is the outreach and teaching online magazine by the INAF. So it aims at bringing science and astronomy closer to the public, with, of course, live astronomical observations. So we are now at its second year. And in every event, what we do is to make like a broadcast in our YouTube and Facebook channels. So we have several telescopes from Italy dedicated to the observations of a specific target or regions in the sky. And the last one, for example, was about the stars, clusters, and the nebulas of our winter sky. I will share with you the link. Of course, it's in Italian, but I mean, maybe you can just look at the images or just to try to understand something. In some cases, it may happen that one place in the world is not the perfect one to observe this astronomical event. And it happened last year. So the question of today is, do we, for this reason, deny the public the possibility of seeing it? I think the best answer is no, of course. So that's why we always look for the help of the Europlanet Telescope Network, as we did last year, as I said, in June, for the solar eclipse. So that was not very clearly visible from Italy. And joining our forces, we were able to make a very nice broadcast of the beautiful images of the eclipse from 2 observatories, both in Lithuania and in Estonia. And I must say that it was really appreciated by the public, so we were very happy about that. So yes, just to conclude the next steps, of course, the main is to keep collaborate with the network and more to tighten our collaboration. So because it's a mutual collaboration, we can say, the telescopes from the Europlanet network can help us, of course, in making fascinating events for the public. But at the same time, we can spread the information about Europlanet to our big public. So I think we can both help together. And the teaching is together, we can make very great things. So let's take a look at the links I will share with you, and of course, get in touch with us. And thanks again.
Thank you, Federica. Thank you very much. So all of these posters are available or will be available in the website of the workshop. I think that we have run out of time to really have a proper discussion